You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is, what are you becoming? So the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is, what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. Learn to...
Wow. So that right there is called personal development. Personal development. That's what that's called. So this is what I listen to every morning before I go about my day, before I go to the gym, before I go out into the streets and do what I do. It sets my day mentally. Not only do I work out physically, I have to work my brain mentally. I have to get my mind right every day because out there's nothing but distractions. People are distracting. The news is distracting. TV is distracting. Whatever literature is distracting. There's a lot of poison out there. So it's important for me personally to get my mind right to do what I do every day. To make a difference in people's lives, to continue to be happy for myself, to continue to to help people and mentor them and do what I do. I have to be mentally right. I can't be distracted. So personal development that's what that does. It gets me mentally right. I listen to the right things. So what I'm doing today is I'm sharing my growth on the blog, video number 2, on Pacheco's Life with the Pachecos, my personal growth using personal development. How can you change yourself as a person? How can you change your attitude? You have to change what you listen to. You got to change your thoughts, what you're thinking. You got to stop what's coming into your mind and put something and replace that with something else. So I replace hip hop music. I replace, Netflix. I replace my weed habit. I replace everything that I was doing. I replace watching the news with personal development because all of those things right there have influence. What you watch, what you hear, what you think, what you listen to, that all has an influence on you. And it changes you. You hear music, you get pumped up. You watch the news, you get concerned. Oh, I'm not going to this place, or so on like that. So I replaced all those things and I exchange it for personal development. So by changing what I listen to, changing what I see, changing what I read, changing what I do, changing my thoughts by listening to personal development has helped me change my attitude, my habits, and it gives me it helps me develop. It helps me move change my thought process into developing better habits. That's better. Yeah, change my thought process into developing better habits, what leads to changing my attitude. Because when something becomes a habit for you, that changes your attitude, and then after that you're a different person. Now everything becomes just normal. Like I wake up, personal development. It's not 6 o'clock in the morning news. No, that was the old habits. The new habits is wake up, personal development, and get my mind right, get my brain hearing good stuff, so I can go out there into the world and to the people who are struggling, and I can bring this out, and I don't have to let the poisons affect me. I'm ready to infect them. So That's how personal development, that's how in the morning has to change my life. So like what you heard, him say, change, to become better, value, how that affect my life. Before personal development, I was just somebody who woke up and went to work. A few jobs I had, I would always ask, well, how much I'm making? How much am I gonna make here? Oh, you're gonna make $20 an hour, and right away, cool, $20, that's great, and that was my mindset. All right, I have to make $20, 8 hours a day. Was 8 times 20? It's like 160, 160 a day. Taxes probably about 140, 130, 130. All right, I can do that. I can survive off of that. Excuse me. I'm talking about me as a custodian in my last job. That's what I was making, and so it was 130 a day, and I was happy with that. That's what I was worth, and I was happy with that. I was happy making $20 an hour. That's what it is. That's the most I can get. I don't have an education. I don't have no college degree. I don't have a high school diploma. So being able to make $20 for me, like, whoa, yes, I made it. That's good. I could do. It's more than minimum wage. So going through that process, making $20, I still was struggling. I was still limited. And when Jim Rohn says, "What are you becoming?" that hit me when I first heard this PD, because what was I becoming? I wasn't changing. I was making $20 an hour, $20 an hour, 8 hours a day. Nothing changes. That's it. The raise comes like $1 or $2 a year. How much of a difference is that? It's nothing. With inflation, everything goes up. Milk goes up, groceries goes up, prices go up, gas goes up. The subway goes up. The tolls go up, and they go up more than $1. Everything in society is going up, and for me, my value, I'm gonna getting $2 up, but everything is going up $3, $4, $5. I can't keep up. So that was a problem, but there's nothing I can do, because I thought this is what I'm worth. This is all I can do. This is it. This is my value. This is what I was told I'm worth, 20, and I never made more than that in any other job. So this is it, other than carpentry, but I wasn't going to go back to carpentry, because I hurt my back in carpentry. They really kill you when you do carpentry. But this was it for me. So what I'm going to do, this is it. What am I becoming? These are questions that, there's this battle that I was having. But when I started listening to PD, it makes you think for yourself. It makes you it's like a college education in your ear every day. Philosophy, And to hear him say, "What are you becoming?" All right, what am I becoming? What am I becoming? I'm becoming nothing. I'm becoming $20 an hour. That's my value. That's my cap. That's what I'm worth to them. And I know I'm worth more. So what I'm gonna do about it? Am I gonna continue going on and be this person making $20 an hour? What I'm gonna do? How can I change it? And then you realize, well, for things to change, you need to change, right? That's what Jim Rohn says. In this PD, he says, for things to change, you need to change. You sit down, you analyze that, you think about that. Okay, well, for things to change, I need to change. Because my boss, his position ain't gonna change. The pay rate ain't gonna change. The system that's in place for me ain't gonna change. You know what I mean? Minimum wage changes when all the senates and everybody get together and vote on it, and they can't even get that shit right. So that's not gonna change. I'm 36 years old. I've lived through 5 presidents, and everybody comes in, Obama, everybody, we can change. Nothing changes. Like those, these things don't change. You know what I mean? Everything that Obama did, Trump came and just wiped it all out. Nothing changes, you know? And so what can you change? Well, you need to change, Eric. You can change. What are you becoming, Eric? Eric, what are you becoming? So this is what I had to go through, my process, my growth, right? I had to sit down and listen to this, block out all the distraction, change what I was thinking, and listen to this. What am I becoming? How can I change? Well, all right, well, I know I'm worth more than $20 an hour. I'm worth more than $130 a day. What I'm going to do? How I'm going to go through this, because everything is changing except me. I need to change. What I'm going to do? How I'm going to keep up? How I'm going to increase my value? What can I do? So I started to listen to PD every day. And every day when you listen to PD, it begins to affect you. You start to feel different. You get this confidence in yourself that you need, because no one tells you your value. You start to realize your own value and what you're worth. So the confidence starts to sink in. And then you start to make decisions because of what you're listening to. I started making decisions. I decided, you know what? I'm worth more. What I got to do? Do I got to walk away from this? I got to stop relying on this, depending on this $20 an hour. I got to stop that. I'm worth more. I'm not going to waste any more time here. I'm done. Quit. I did that. Right? I did that. And then I went through some dark times, because there was nothing else for me. But after every dark day, there's a bright day. After every difficulty, there's an opportunity. The opportunity came. It came with Herbalife, and Herbalife was perfect for me because it relies on you to work for yourself. You are the brand. You are the ambassador. You are the CEO of what you do. So it gave me the opportunity to be me. The personal development gave me the confidence I need every day. And that changed my life. Herbalife changed my life. Personal development changed my life. And I realized, wow, PD is so powerful, man, that it makes you make decisions. I wouldn't never quit my job if it wasn't for PD, if it wasn't what I was listening to. And then I would have kept on working and just been a robot, been told what I'm worth and doing what I'm doing, and possibly maybe even divorced back because of it, because I was very unhappy. But because of PD, because of the positive message that I was receiving with the PD, I made decisions, I made choices to change. Because it's either you change or you remain the same, right? We either change as people or we're going to remain the same. That's it. You can't change the system. The system is what it is. We have to go through the system, right? There's a president, there's a Senate. The Senate can't change nothing unless the Congress and the Senate come together. And if they don't come together, nothing changes. It is what it's going to be, right? Your pay rate, your minimum wages ain't going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. Inflation will continue to grow, and Eric, will continue to make $20. What are you going to change? What are you going to do? So, when I finally made these changes, I increased my value. I started to do my own business, make better choices because of personal development. I became a better person. I became the person that I wanted to be. I woke up every day with a purpose, and I woke up happier every morning because of the PD. I felt like a better person. I made people around me feel like better people. And this all comes from listening to PD. I don't got no degree. I don't got nothing different from anybody. I just changed my thoughts. And I took everything that I listen to, that I hear, and I make it, I turn it to an action, and I make it to a habit. And then I start to influence. And then I start to change attitudes on people and myself. And then we become different people. We become better people. So that was a beautiful transformation for me, and anybody can do it. We all are going through changes. It's like seasons, man. Winter is a tough time for everybody. Not everybody goes through tough times. There's no nobody's special. We all go through tough times. I hear people say, "Oh, you don't understand. I'm going through it." I'm going through it. It's not nobody understands me. Bro. Everybody goes through the same thing. Disappointments are not special gifts reserved for the poor. Jim Rohn says that. We all go through the same thing. We all have a moment in our life where we're struggling, and we're struggling so bad. But it's how we respond to it that's different. So when people tell me, Eric, man, I'm going through a really hard time. So, what you gonna do? You're just gonna go and keep going through a hard time? You're gonna continue to struggle, or you're gonna make some changes? You've been struggling for how long? 2 more months. You're gonna struggle for 2 more months? Make some changes. That's a choice you have to make. There's people, if I can relate it to nutrition-wise, there's people who I speak to. I just eat everything. That's my problem. So stop eating everything. That's the solution. It's a choice. It's a choice that you have to make. And once you start to make the choice, things start to change. So you can always make changes no matter where you at. No matter what difficulty it is, you just have to change how you respond to it. Don't just let it sit there and run your life and let it be. Change it. You can make changes. You could get stronger. You could get wiser. You can learn from the difficulty. You can learn from the mistakes. You can learn from the failures, and become successful. Jim Rohn says, "Don't wish things were easy. Wish you were better." Ooh, that's an awesome one. Think about that. Don't wish things were easier. Just wish you were better. Life ain't easy, man. We just have to be better as individuals. For myself, there was times where I wish things were easy. That was my mindset before personal development. I wanted things given to me, but that's not the way it is. And the faster you realize that, the faster things change. The faster you realize that you need to be better, you need to grow, you need to find your weaknesses and make them strengths. You need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. With the things that you're nervous about doing, that's the next thing that you need to do. You need to conquer every fear you have. Once you start doing that, you're becoming better. You're becoming better as a person. And that's what that quote means to me by Jim Rohn. Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. That's how he says it. Jim Rohn is an awesome dude, man. You gotta listen to some Jim Rohn. He also says, don't wish for more problems. Wish for more skills. Wish for more skills. How do you get more skills, man? Personal development. Developing your skills, and that's how you. So that's what I like to hear from Jim Rohn. And it changed me. It made me a different person. Personal development is it's my education, man. I feel like I went to college. You don't even learn this shit in high school. But just learning personal development changes your whole life. It changes your attitude towards everything. So it also, it forced me to take responsibility. It made me make choices. Am I going to be the same or am I going to change? I would take responsibility of what happens to you. You're making $20 an hour. That's because you want to. Eric, you settled for $20. You went to the interview and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna click it. How much am I making an hour? Well, we're gonna pay you $20 an hour, 8 hours. Come in at this time. Call Eric. Yo, I'm making this, man. This is what's up. You accepted that. Take responsibility of what happened to you. And don't be mad at that later. Don't be bitter. Don't be bitter. Just get better. So and then when you accept full responsibility, you can, you're not blaming anybody. The custodials, the supervisors, they doing their job, you know. And am I gonna accept it, or am I gonna be better? Am I gonna be bitter about how much they pay me, or am I gonna be better? So these were the things that I had to realize. And then once I decided that I wanted to be better, I started to change everything. I started to change how much I'm worth. I started to change how I spend my time. I started to change the person I am. I changed who I hang out with. I changed what I listen to every day. Before it was music. I changed what I wear. I changed everything because change is good. Change is what's supposed to happen. You're either changing and growing, or you're staying the same, going nowhere. So I love it. I love the fact that personal development has made me a new person. Everybody that knew me before would tell me, "Oh, Eric's a different person." That's personal development. And when you combine that with the changes I made physically, nutrition-wise, with Herbalife, my business, yeah, I'm a whole different person, and it's because of personal development. So, in closing, if you really want to make change in your life, if you're really waking up and you're saying to yourself, "This is it, it's Monday, shit, I gotta go to work," well, change that, change how you can make that Monday better for yourself. For me, personal development is what made me a better person. It made me change my thinking, So if you wake up Monday, same shit, different day, well, change that. What are you listening to in that morning? Change what you're listening to. When you get home from work, what are you watching? Change what you're watching. The people you are hanging out with. If this is the same people, change who you're hanging out with. Because if you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. Fit financially, physically. If you hang out with people who are unhealthy, most likely you are unhealthy. If you hang out with people who are settled in life, mostly you settled in life. If you hang out with people who are entrepreneurs, most likely you are an entrepreneur. If you're hanging out with people who are making money, most likely you are making money. If you're hanging out with people who are poor, most likely you are poor. So, make those changes, decide, make those choices. These are choices that you can make, that I have made, and they have changed my life. You're never too late. I'm 30. I started this when I was 33. When I was 33. And these people doing this right now at 21. God bless them. God bless them. I wish I was 21 doing this. I wish I didn't waste the time giving my time away, giving my 80% of my time. When I say giving my 80% of my time, most people spend 80% of their life working for the next man, making the next man's profit, driving to work, getting caught in traffic. 80% of their life is out there. The day does not belong to you 80% of the time. So what do you do with your 20%? You go home, you eat what you want, you reward yourself because you feel that you did your 80%, you reward yourself with eating what you want. Most likely it's probably poor choices, and because it tastes so good, and you just reward yourself with that. You spend time with your kid, probably an hour, because they gotta go to school. I know for me that's what it was. Your wife, spend some time with her, and then that's it. Or some other people just can't be home, get home, and go out and spend their money. They spend their time elsewhere. So that's only 20% because they only got 20% of the time. They don't have enough time for themselves, so they make that 20% for them. And they may not go home. Let me do me real quick, and then you're hurting the people who are home, and then you got problems home. So it's just like there's never no time to balance everything out because 80% of your time is not yours. So personal development helped me get my 80% back. Helped me own my 80%. I get to spend all day with my family. That's a goal. My kid asked me the other day, "Dad, what do you want for Christmas?" I want you to get whatever you want for Christmas. You know, it's not about me, man. It's about me being here for them. You know, and that's the gift. You know, I think about my kids a lot when I used to go to work and I'm leaving home with my mom. Does my kid really want to be there? Or does my kid want me home with him? He doesn't understand that I have to work to pay these bills. He said, "Where's daddy? I want daddy." Papi, I'm sorry, I gotta go to work, stay with grandma. No, man, I want to stay with you. He's crying and everything. Doesn't understand that. But that's the way it is. But you can change that. And the greatest gift I can give him is to give him my time every day, as much as I want. So then that's a choice that we all can make. And the faster you make it, the better, the better. And it took me a long time to see it. That's because personal development didn't come into my life till later. I never knew what personal development was until later. So the power of personal development not only changed me, my life, my mentality, it helped me change my family's life. It helped change the members on my team because I cannot inspire people to join me on this cause. I can't inspire team members to be better without the influence of personal development, So I just wanted to, make this video before I go to the gym because I heard the video and I have my own blog. So why not use my own blog for giving out this information on how it changed me. That's why I made my own blog. My own blog is for me to talk, for me to share. And hopefully the message is understood, what I'm trying to say. I'm always learning, but the cool thing about it is I'm learning and I'm inspiring and I'm helping others, and I'm doing it on my time. Right now is, 11 o'clock. I'll probably be on the 6th floor cleaning, dusting some desk around this time because the people go out for lunch, so we could clean the top of their desk, we could dust it. That's what I used to do at lunchtime. So I just wanted to leave this with you guys. You guys can change. You guys can change anything you want to change. You could change how much money you make. You could change your life in the direction you're going in. You could change everything. All you got to do is choose. Make that choice. God gave us this gift to choose. Choose what you're worth and go for it. You just got to follow the steps. You got to go through the process. Nothing is easy. Just wish you were better. Get more skills. Become a better person. How do you get that stuff? Work on yourself. Develop yourself. Develop your skills. How do you get that? Listen to the right stuff. Read the right stuff. Watch the right stuff. Hang with the right people. That's how you get it all. When you do that, you're good. Everything will come to you. So, congrats. Have a wonderful day. Herbalife Nutrition. If you guys ever want to feel like you need to change yourself physically, financially, socially, personal development is a good way to start. If you're looking to change yourself physically, nutrition is the way to go. This is what I do. I make a difference in people's lives physically. I also make a difference in people's lives socially and financially. We offer an opportunity to do what I do, to do what all distributors are doing, and the opportunity is completely amazing, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. There's no other business like it. So, have a wonderful day, and the brain is set. Now it's time to get the body right and go to the gym because I have time to do that. Have a great day, everybody. Herbalife, come get some.